Hi, this is George Gillis and 12 Mindset Tips for Improved Performance. Tip number 3. Resistance in a client, resistance in a prospect is a sign of lack of rapport. There are no resistant clients, only inflexible communicators. Let that part sink in for a moment. There are no resistant prospects, no resistant clients, only inflexible communicators. So when you meet somebody and you find that they're not moving from their original position, the responsibility is on you to establish enough rapport, trust, and credibility that they start to open up to the idea of listening to you. They start to open up to the idea that you might be making sense because you're now flexible enough to present the idea to them in such a way that it matches their model of the world. You might start to notice that these ideas and these tips all build upon themselves. You see, effective communicators accept and utilize all communication presented to them. And what that means is that you have to be aware also of the nonverbal feedback you're receiving from the other party. Now, have you ever met a salesperson who sits down and just reads a script to you? Or they open up their presentation book, or I guess PowerPoint or whatever it might be on their tablet now, and just go on and on and on, and never even look up and never even engage you, okay? They're missing the entire point. 93%, all the studies have shown at least 90%, and the research on this goes back to 1970s, that communication, 93% is nonverbal. The original study said only 7% of our communication face-to-face with another person is the words we use. 55% is the body language, 38% is the tone, tempo, and pitch. And you've all heard the expression, it's not what you said, it's how you said it. Okay, so a good, effective communicator, a person who wants to influence and persuade, is acutely aware of the non-verbal signals of the other person during this communication process. And please understand, people won't change their mind, because to change their mind, they have to admit that they were wrong. They will, however, make a new decision based on new information, and the more that new information matches up with how they see the world, the easier it is for them to make a new decision. Have you ever been in a conversation with somebody that constantly pushes back or insists because they're not flexible? So how can you change the conversation and change your response to them so that they can be more open? The onus is on you as the communicator. We're going to get further on down to one of my favorite ideas here, which is called the law of requisite variety, which talks about flexibility. But if you understand this process and you know about this, then the onus is on you to make the changes. The onus is on you to become more flexible, to start questioning how do they see the world and how can I change my presentation so it matches more to their perspective of the world. Consider the possibility that the way you're communicating doesn't make sense to them. Right? It's not that they're not intelligent. It's not that you're not being clear. It's just that it's not matching how they see the world, or it's just not matching at the right point in time for them because the internal processes that they have, maybe they got stuff going on at home, there's problems, they can't shift their brain. So what can you do differently so that they become more receptive? And usually it comes down to asking questions and probing and being intelligent and sensitive and building trust, credibility, and rapport. Are you sensitive to their body language? When I teach NLP in classes, what I tell people a lot of times is just go to the food court in the mall on a Saturday where there's just a bunch of people and just watch the people and see who's in rapport and who's not. Just from their body language. You don't even need to hear what they're saying. Trust your instincts. Are they arguing? Are they lovers? Are they boyfriend, girlfriend, husband and wife? Are they out on a date? Are they friends? What's the relationship? Look at the body language of a person when they're on the cell phone and try to guess based on just gut instinct, who are they talking to? What kind of conversation are they having? Most of our communication is nonverbal. So what can you read into the other person's body language or tone when you are faced with resistance? In a sales or negotiation situation, have you noticed a shift in body language when suddenly the other person becomes resistant? Whoa, you need to notice that. You need to back off and probe and ask intelligent questions. Don't ask stupid questions like, oh, what did I just say? Or what's wrong with you? Or do you understand? Please never ask anybody if they understand. That's an insult to their intelligence. Ask them, how can you explain things so that you're more clear? So I noticed a shift, Mr. Jones. It seems like I just said something that maybe hit a nerve. Okay, can we explore that a little bit? Help me to understand what just happened here. So the more you can shift your communication, the more you can shift your language and what you're saying and how you're responding to this person so that they feel respected, so that they feel that you're looking at their world through their eyes, the more you can do that, the more effective that you'll be at persuasion, influence, and communication. And as always, for more information on NLP and communication and influence and persuasion in business and sales, see my website at georgegillis.com. Contact me at george@georgegillis.com or give me a call, 602-527-0142. I thank you again for your interest and your attention and hope you found this information valuable. We'll see you on the next one.